Proper. Okay, so this one is from One Hopeless Wanderer.
Oh, A1 Hopeless Wanderer.
I was travelling in Ireland alone, and I was supposed to go to London the day after the feeling started. I started getting a horrible feeling. I was near hysterical. I was 18 and a month out of high school, so I put it down to nerves. I ended up changing my entire plans, and I went home early. I didn't tell anyone and came home. I slept almost 24 hours. I woke up to a million phone calls and texts. The day and time I was supposed to be on a train in London, the trains were bombed, and I've never got over that. Is that like a premonition?
Yeah, it's a little premonition.
Just a gut feeling?
Yeah.
That is the whole thing of trusting your gut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could be that stuff can always be disregarded as a coincidence.
Yeah.
And you could have been like, you were nervous.
It's like Final Destination.
Yeah. And it's just like it ends up being like, okay, you were nervous.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. You were literally nervous, and then just by happenstance, you went home, and then you avoided that. Like you see that a lot of times with people who like they missed a bus and they didn't get in the September 11.
Yeah.
The towers and stuff like that. You can go, that was meant to happen, or you can go,
or they got warned. All the Jewish got warned, didn't they?
But that's a bit of a creepy one.
This is from _brag_and_writes. Brag and writes. I dream about my wife all the time. This one night when I was dreaming, it became so real. So this links into when we were talking about, have you had dreams? Let me frame this for the AI, for the algorithm. Have you ever had dreams about people that are dead and you know that they're dead?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I told my story ages on the other one, I think. I dream about my wife all the time. This one night when I was dreaming, it became so real that I was aware of the dream, and it was the moment in the dream where we would part ways. She says to me, I have to go now. That's when I replied, don't leave me, I'm going with you. Her reply to me was, you can't, it's not your time yet. Instantly my eyes opened and I cried. I think I cried more this particular night than I ever had over her passing. People tell you it gets easier. It never does. Thank you all for sharing. I needed this. So that's that lucid dreaming where you realize you're dreaming and the person is dead.
Yes.
And you're like, fuck, you're dead. What are you doing here? Why are you talking to me? So that person's realized, my wife is dead. And then she said, you can't, it's not your time yet.
It's kind
so
of
things like that is like, is that your own brain creating it?
Yeah.
Or is there something else? Because with dreams, what spins me out is even when I know I'm dreaming, I'm like, right, I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
Why don't I know what the other person is about to say to me? Why can't I just go, I know what you're going to say, because my brain's, you are a projection of my brain, and my brain is about to have a conversation with itself.
Oh, that's why dreams are so
because
interesting.
My dream, if it is just my brain creating this, I should know what everyone's going to say and what everyone's going to do. Because the minute I realize I'm dreaming, I should know what the side characters in my dream are doing and saying, but I don't. So for me, that's some sort of juxtaposition or some sort of like critical, what's the word when you can't put two and two together, and people have it when they're opposing, their political views don't align with a fact.
Cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance. Why is it there should be a cognitive dissonance there, but there's not? Like, what is there? How do people explain that? Being aware that you're dreaming, but then not knowing what the other people are going to say to you and being able to predict.
Yeah.
But quite often when I realize I'm dreaming, I'll wake up very shortly after and I struggle to stay in it. Is that because there's a hidden world that you're not allowed to figure out? Like they're like, oh, he's awake.
Dreaming is,
subject number 1,222. He's awake. He knows that he's dreaming. End it.
Yeah. Dreaming's weird. Like there's, as far as I'm aware, we don't really understand them still.
No.
But I've seen that clip and it's quite funny. I can't remember if it's a comedian talking about it or it's just someone on a podcast or whatever, just saying like, imagine trying to explain sleep to an alien that doesn't sleep. We just sort of stop.
We just stop for 8 hours.
And we can't hear anything and we close our eyes and we go into this deep meditative state where it's just, we see another world in our head and we think it's real.
We fuck our friends.
And we think it's real.
Yeah.
And we die.
We're naked at school and our teeth fall out.
and like imagine explaining that.
And we can fly.
and we can fly,
Yeah. We
And
can
then
crawl. You are the pan.
and then we just wake up and we're back in this world.
Yeah. That's what Rogan talks about is like, maybe if it was a simulation, there's things that maybe aren't because you do sleep, but then when you wake up, you have all the same memories. The dog reacts to you the same way. So like, who knows, man?
But, yeah.
It is a strange thing.
But that's where people get confused with the third, or that's what turns the third dimensional, like that third dimension sort of thing is where that linear time is just a series of moments stacked up in an order. But when you look at it from a fifth dimension and you're not going along that straight line and you're sort of coming up, you're floating around, you can go from all the different angles.
Like a dream.
Like you see in the Tesseract
Yep.
that they construct in, what's that movie?
Marvel.
No, what is it?
Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah, that sort of, that's the best way that's a very good way that they've constructed that to show you a fifth dimensional way of living, which is like you can see it from all different points of time and space and just go to that moment.
That'd be fucking too hectic. I wouldn't enjoy that.
We don't quite but
give me some fucking order.
All you have is now.
Yeah.
And that's where that point of existence is. You're constantly moving through it. And to suggest that's a linear time without it being able to go up, down, left, right, move, that's the interesting thing. I feel like dreams escape that linear time.